Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the positive and negatives of being your own boss for your social media marketing agency. And I'm gonna be equal here in the amount of positives and the amount of negatives I do, because not many people ever talk about the negatives. I think every single thing that you see online about owning a social media marketing agency or starting a side hustle is always, right, start a side hustle and you're going to earn 100 grand a month, which means you're going to get paid 100 grand in profit into your bank account every single month, which just isn't the case, guys. Everyone that you see who's earning 100k a month, 150k a month, 80k a month, like when they've got massive teams of people, like you've got to think profit margins rather than revenue. Revenue is just a vanity figure for any business. You need to look at profit rather than revenue. A lot of them will be making massive amounts of profit, but that's not to say that they're going to get that massive amount of money into their bank account each month when they've got employees, they've got, you know, other team members, other shareholders, investors, they've got debt, they've got, you know, retained profits to carry forward. There's loads of different impacts of it. So I'm going to dive into the positives first. As you know, I'm going to dive into the negatives first, because I always believe you should start with the bad news first, then you get picked up with the good news. So the first negative is you're going to get paid last. So when you're in a business, this is just true for every business owner. The business owner and the shareholders and the people that have equity are always the people that get paid last. If you have a bad month and you've got 5 employees, those employees get paid first, and you potentially might not get paid. If you have a really bad month, then you're going to have to pay your employees out of your emergency fund, or you get the point. You're always the one who gets paid last. You're taking all the risk. However, you are the person who gets paid last. Number 2, it's incredibly fucking stressful. It's really stressful, which people never talk about. The way people talk about social media marketing agencies is it's like a golden nugget business model. It's like the best business model known to man, in the sense that you make loads of money, you do no work, you have no stress, no one ever has bad moments, no one ever has bad months, no one ever loses clients, everyone keeps their clients extremely happy, no one gets any complaints. And it's just the best business model ever. If that was the case, guys, why is every business owner not just shutting down their business and just starting a social media marketing agency? If it's, you can make 100k overnight, why can't you just make 100k overnight, do that 10 times, and you've got $1 million a month business? Because it doesn't work like that. It's fucking hard. It's fucking stressful. The fucking hours you've got to put in to get to that point, it's stressful. You've got to manage employees eventually once you get to that point. The stress of employees, managing personalities in your business, managing clients lives, almost like when a client has a bad week personally, a lot of the time, that stress will come onto you as the social media marketing agency. Like you do absorb, and you as the business owner naturally has to absorb all of the stress of everyone around you. The stress of employees, the stress of clients, the stress of no results, the stress of employees being unhappy, the stress of some clients potentially being unhappy, the stress of, you know, your accountant chasing you for information, the stress of your content team chasing for information. There's stress everywhere for you as a business owner. And unless you're like a resilient person who just can plow through, has their eye on the goal, and has a vision, you know, you're probably going to struggle once you get past the 10k a month mark, because up to 10k a month, you're basically just, I recommend you just being a freelancer, so you can learn every single part of the business and you can manage that up to 10k a month. But once you're building a team, and even when you're a freelancer, that's still quite stressful, especially when you've not run a business before, when you've got people ringing you, you've got, you know, clients that are unhappy, because I'm going to say it, some clients are unhappy with you sometimes when you can't get them results. That happens to everyone. Number 3 is, people, you know, the common pitch is time freedom, which you 100% do. You have freedom of your time. You can do what you want. However, in order to get where you want, you're going to have to work twice the amount of hours that you do with a 9 to 5. So if you're getting into SMMA to get out of a 9 to 5 so you can be a digital nomad, which I fucking hate that term, to go sit on a beach in Bali, you've just got your mindset completely wrong. You're not going to be able to sit on a beach. Your agency's not going to just run itself from the get-go. Like, you're going to have to build processes after getting yourself to the 10k a month mark, building your operations, building your team in order to get there. And to get to that point, you're going to have to work fucking silly hours. For example, Tom and I, we work 13, 14 hours a day sometimes. We have our first meeting sometimes at like 7:30 for certain clients in the UK that can only have meetings really early in the morning. And then we've got clients that on the same day that need a meeting at 9 p.m. London time, because they're on the west coast of America, and you know, the time difference there, it's 8 hours behind, and they need an afternoon meeting. So you're working from, sometimes you wake up at 6 and you've got a meeting at 7:30, and then you're having your final meeting at 9, which goes on till 10. That's a long fucking day, which you're not going to have to do on a 9 to 5. And it's not like you can say, oh, boss, I need some overtime because I've worked extra hours today. No, that's what you signed up for. You're reaping the benefits of growing a business. And that's what you have to do to stand out and grow a brand. And finally, you have to deal with the peaks and troughs of ecstasy. So as a business owner, especially as a social media marketing agency owner, you're going to go through peaks and troughs of extreme ecstasy when you sign 5 clients in a week. And, you know, I don't usually say these outlandish claims, but it's happened to us and it's happened to loads of people. You can have, you know, dramatic gains in the amount of revenue your agency is bringing in. If you literally sign 5 clients in a week because you haven't, you know, just naturally aligns that way, you could literally add £10,000 worth of revenue in reoccurring monthly revenue in 1 week. And that's going to feel fucking amazing. You're going to pop the champagne. You're going to be super happy. But the same way you've gained 10 grand in a week, you could 4 months later, if you sign 4-month contracts, you could lose all 5 of those in 1 week. And that could be the shittest week ever because you've just lost 10 grand a month in reoccurring revenue. So the negatives of it is those peaks and troughs, and having to keep a level mindset and just trusting the process that over time you're naturally going to increase your average revenue per month, and just keeping a level head there, because that can be quite difficult for a lot of people. However, it's not all doom and gloom, but those are the negatives. And once you can overcome them, and once you just accept them, that's how they are, then you just get all of the benefits. So you can enjoy the second half of this video, which is going to be super positive, which is time, location, and financial freedom. The cliche good stuff that everyone wants to hear. You literally can work the hours you want. Obviously, all of this has an impact on your business. You can work where you want. You can work when you want. Like, I worked 2 weeks in Marbella at the beginning of the summer, and I'm going to next week. I'm spending a month in the south of France, and while I'm there, I can work whatever hours I want. I can work from the south of France. I don't need to get permission from my boss. I don't need to tell my clients that I'm going to be an hour ahead of my time. Obviously, I will do that, but I don't need to do that. I don't need to get permissions. I can just do it. And as long as I'm doing the work and I'm getting my shit done and I'm communicating with my clients and I'm communicating with the team, the business is still going to run, which is an amazing feeling because you can literally work from wherever you want. And then obviously the financial benefits, which is about being said, you know, 6 clients. You can, if you literally sign, if you can get 6 clients that pay you $1,500 a month, you then earn $10,000 a month. 6. Literally 6, which is not difficult to do. Once you've got the blueprint, once you've got the process, finding 6 businesses that you can find, that you can hit pain points in and convince them to pay you $1,500 a month for a very good service to grow their business is not very difficult at all. It really isn't. So the financial benefits and how quickly you can grow your revenue and the amount of money you make is quite obscene. Number 2, which is by far my fucking favorite one, and the whole reason why I've been trying to make money online since 16 through Forex, dropshipping, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, and now SMMA for the past 4 years, is that I don't have to resort to anyone. I hate being told what to do. I hate a boss talking down to me. I hate anyone talking down to me. I hated that in school. I hated it in a job. I hated everything about it. And that's one of the massive benefits for me. No one can tell me, no, Harry, you can't have time off to, you know, spend time with your family on their birthday or whatever it is. Like, I'm in control of my own time, which is massive for me. Number 3 is it's ridiculously fulfilling. Waking up every day and knowing that the hours and the work I'm putting in is making me and my family wealthy and putting my family in a better position is so much more fulfilling than going to a job making someone else rich just for a paycheck. And knowing that I'm doing stuff for me and stuff that makes me happy. I've always wanted to run a business before I even knew about social media marketing, before I knew about dropshipping, even as like an 8-year-old kid. I always wanted a business. I always wanted something that I created. And when I was younger, I thought that I had to create a gadget or like something on Dragon's Den or Shark Tank if you're in the US. But it wasn't. It was just adopting a blueprint, adopting a business model that you had a skill in, that you could grow. And SMMA is the perfect one for that. And waking up every day and, you know, communicating with the team and making other people super wealthy and getting my family and family members and friends working for the business is super, super fulfilling for me. And that's one of the main positives for me that you can look forward to. Number 4, which it kind of hinted on in there, is getting your friends and family involved in the business, getting them out of jobs and situations that they don't like, using your money, using your business as a vehicle for them to earn money. If you can train them up, if they've already got experience in different parts, that's a super, super positive for me, because then your family members aren't resorting to a boss. Their boss isn't causing them trouble. Their boss isn't causing them stress, which happens a lot in marriages. It happens a lot in families, that, you know, jobs are super stressful for family members. And if you can become the boss for your family members, you're going to be a lot more forgiving, and you're going to be a lot more kind and help your family and friends out, which is by far one of the biggest and something I'm most proud of in my agency, that we can now employ family members and friends in the business, which is amazing. And finally, guys, it allows you to travel the world. It really does. Like, since starting my social media marketing agency, I've been to practically every corner of the US. We've been across Europe, different parts of the UK, to meet these clients. And I've been to places I would never have gone. Like, I've not done one in a while because Tom's over there so often now. But when we were doing our US tours, and I want to do more in-depth videos on this in the past, because I think this is so interesting. So our old US tours, about a year ago, we used to tour the East Coast of America and different parts of the US, seeing and just stopping into all of our clients on like a road trip. And then some of the stuff we did on these trips, guys, like shooting some guy's guns in his garden. We went to just random towns within the US, like, that we would never have gone to, and just like, having experiences and meeting people that we would never have met, and signing clients in unusual scenarios. Like, we had a meeting on Fifth Avenue looking out on the Empire State Building, and as someone from who's never been to New York before, my first time going to New York was having a meeting, looking over the Empire State Building and closing a client. Me and Tom walking out of that meeting and going to a bar to celebrate was like one of the highlights that I've ever had in social media marketing. And I want people to know that social media marketing and once you've got the right systems in place, you can experience that too. And that's just such an amazing thing to have when you compare that to a 9 to 5 where you're miserable every day. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that video, guys. You know, I started off that super negative with some like home truths of what people never talk about, and they are the real negatives, but they're just something that you have to accept. And then, but hopefully after listening to those positives, it's a no-brainer that the positives way outdo the negatives. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. We're back posting every single day, so please subscribe, follow us on Apple Music and Spotify so you don't miss any episodes. And if you're interested in any mentorship with Tom and I, you want to learn the blueprint that's got us to this position where we can do the America trips, we can, you know, hire our family members, hire our friends in the business, click the link in the description. There's a 23-minute video on the website. Give it a watch. I won't bore you too much in the video because all the information is there on the website and on the 23-minute video that I filmed. And yeah, give it a watch. Let me know if you have any questions on Instagram, Harry_SMMA, and we'll see you tomorrow for 9 AM for tomorrow's video.